Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport. Let's work on the glazing, the cab glazing of the BB67000 locomotive. So as I've told you in previous videos, we've only got the glazing for one of the cabs, the one with the aluminium strips. So I've used this here as a model to make the most complicated part, which are this is an early BB67000 and it has some rounded glass here at the front, and these sort of rounded quarter lights, we would call them. They're not really quarter lights, and later versions and after maintenance and overhauls, this was a weak point of the cab. This was reinforced, plated over, and so was this window here. But this is an early BB67000 locomotive, so we're going to have to recreate these parts. And how have I done it? So I used this as a model, the original one, and I used a piece of plastic packaging, a blister pack, sort of blister, yes, plastic packaging from a railway wagon that some Hachette stuff, American spec, that I got from Trieste for free from a friend via another friend, and I actually sold, and I sold them assembled. So I was about to throw these away, and then I said no, thanks to, I think it was Atos Labeard, who you suggested me to use this packaging material, or maybe even Railway 187 Eric, I don't remember. Anyway, among you followers, you gave me this tip, so thanks. So I've followed instructions, the tip, and I have cut two nice curved pieces of curved glass, which we are now going to fit in the locomotive using glue and glaze. So finally we're using glue and glaze for its designed purpose. I use it for all sorts of other things, but yeah. Oh. Spot of glue and glaze. This is going to be a quick video because then I want to go to my bed properly. I was watching a very good I watched an old British television detective series, Strangers, with Don Henderson, very good, and Mark McManus, and then I've been watching the spin-off Bullman, because the character is George Bullman. Fantastic old British TV. Right, let's get this thing here assembled, at least the two quarter lights over here. Now we've got one cut per side, and yep, that's one. So we'll begin with this one. We put the glue in there. And there we go. I don't know what you can see. glue and glaze in there. Let's get a pair of tweezers. Always like putting glazing in a model. It means you're nearly there, you're nearly finished. Okay, this is our piece of glazing. There that go. I think I'm just going to use my fingers because bit of a mess. And even if it's a bit messy, it doesn't really matter because it can be clean. It cleans off easy. We overlap over here, but that doesn't really matter. Cotton bud. When it's dry, I'll actually another toothpick. What the hell's going on there? That's all nice. We might even scrape some of this rubbish off now, just to reduce the amount I have to clean off afterwards. Oh, better let it set. So that's on. That's one on. And where's the other bit? There we go. We've got this on glue. Same story. I'm going to work like that. Okay, that's it. Okay, is that cracked? They're not, this one here is not really perfect, but it's not bad either. Ah, what a disaster. Oof. There's going to be a lot of cleaning here. It's always good to have water. Have some water handy when you're working with this stuff. Okay, right, so that's it in. Excuse me, but it's a bit of a complicated job. Another cotton buds. I think that's quite good. There we go. I don't know what you can see, but one and two. So we'll let these here set, and then we'll be able to fit the rest of the glazing. But maybe before we stop, we've got glue and glaze out, this is needed later, let's do something else. Where is it? remember that the glazing is also for the headlights. And of course I don't have anything to fill those up, but I have my acrylic diamonds. So let's see if we can use some of these. Don't want too many, we want just what we need. So 3 nice acrylic diamonds. 1, 2, and 3. 3 acrylic diamonds. Let's fasten the bag before it has, there we go, acrylic diamonds. Now, this is an idea I copied from Pico locomotives. So let's see if, let me give you my enlarging specs. I'm speaking quietly because it's late at night. I'm wondering if acrylic diamonds are a good idea on this locomotive. But that looks quite nice. What do you say? Let's try down here. A wee bit bigger than the headlamp surrounds. Got slightly sticky fingers, this is a problem. I think that's feasible and actually quite nice. Not bad. Not bad. What do you say? Maybe before fitting them, I should pick out the chrome headlamp surrounds better. Give them a wee bit more chrome, just to make them stand out more. Because at this side here, we'll actually have the glazing. I'm not fitting the glazing yet because I'm going to use it as a pattern to cut the actual glazing for the locomotive. For this side of the cab here, for this cab here. But I think that the acrylic diamonds might be a very good idea. So let me know what you think in the comments. Nice wee acrylic diamond here, for example. fall all over the place. They're a wee bit bigger than the headlamp. Look how it catches the light. I'm quite convinced. I think we'll just pick out the headlamp surrounds with a bit more chrome, just to make them a bit more visible. So I'll do that off camera, and I think we'll do the acrylic diamonds in another session. We'll do them together. Cheerio. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a funny video. The camera work is a bit weird when I'm doing these things here. I should have had the phone in front of me, but I can't speak loudly at this time of the day. So anyway, you can see that the curved glass is setting very well. Glue and glaze is setting at rocket speed in this heat. In fact, let me pop that acrylic diamond in here out of the road. You can see that's already going transparent in points, but I'm very pleased. Okay, thanks for this tip. I can't remember exactly who gave me the tip, but I think both Attis Lebeard and Eric of Railway 187. And I have to touch this up as well with some paint, but I have to do that in daytime because... Okay, so I'm going to just pick out these headlamp surrounds a bit better. You can see that I've been working on the badges, SNCF badges. I added a bit more red, then I picked out the lettering using a very fine nib pen. This one. Very, very fine. But it's a pretty complicated thing to do. I might use the same nib pen to add a wee bit more very liquid red inside it, but more or less applying the 3-foot rule, it's not bad, but it could have been better. It's a very intricate logo, the SNCF one, the old one. Very beautiful, but very, very intricate. And I'll show you a very nice one on the... This is a JJ locomotive. Very nice. I've been using this as a model, but it's very difficult to see what you're doing. So I'll do another attempt with some red, just to add a wee bit of red in some points, and maybe we'll manage to get it to look a bit better. But okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm curious to hear your comments. Thanks again for the tips. If you're interested in the channel, you like what I'm doing, this is very important, to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm repeating things other people say. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps the channel grow. And comments and likes and sharing. And anyway, these are videos, always tutorial videos, and anything I've learned here, very often I've picked it up also being passed on to me by other channel members. And these are always tutorials, so they're always to give people an idea on what to do to salvage and improve an old locomotive. Because this body shell, I just got it with some free stuff that when I got those cheap Hachette wagons with as well. And then I actually bought the chassis and the chassis to fit it, and it was broken, and I thought I'll never use it because it's broken. You can see there that I rebuilt the buffer housing completely using aluminium. And aluminium comes from, you can look at the other videos in the playlist, from an old tea light. So I've recycled all sorts of material. So cheerio, and see you next time. Better go to my bed. Good night.